Yeah, what is this? Westworld?
Maybe it was a leftover virus from Sabotage's attack.
My robot override test was successful. If they figure out too much, we have a way to stop them.
Good. Rejoin the team before they suspect anything.
Shit, dude, why you all camo?
Running an errand. Very important. Must complete this. Elray and Dart have gone off gallivanting with Albert 7.
Oh, do you need help with your errand?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Dork. I hate to lie to them, but I have to keep my secrets. I don't know how they'll react when... Wait, did he call me a dork?
Well, look who decided to join us.
Your predicament seems most perilous.
For the first time in the history of the internet, a system so powerful, it takes complete losers and turns them into millionaires.
Zainair stretched his fingers wide, relishing the cool breath of the air between them. The swap had not been painful, but his new body ached with a rush of sensation. A sound pounded in his ears. He realized it was his new heart, beating the music of life. He took a deep breath, calming it and remembering his purpose.
You know what I think? I think you're a spoiled brat. I think you ran away because you got tired of being a prince. Either that, or you're a coward. If your dad's really out to destroy the world, then you should stop him. Stand up to him. But instead you're running away from all of it, because you're not brave enough to face it.
Well, the cause of death's easy enough,
Fournier announced, and Wraith glanced warily over his shoulder. The apprentice was just covering the body with a clean sheet, a last few flickers of mage light dying from around it as he did so, and Wraith tried to hide his relief.
He drowned. Might have been unconscious before he went into the water, but usually that's the way of it if it's murder. Hard to drown somebody otherwise, especially a man in as decent shape as this one.
He tipped his head to one side, considering.
Thing is, that usually means a whacking great blow, usually on the head, and there's not a mark on him. Not in the water very long either, just enough to die there. Does that help you?
Not much, Wraith said, and Fournier nodded.
Didn't think so.
Wait, human! Finn froze. Which of these words we spoke was the rhyme? So we could keep it and repeat it.
The sugar melted on his tongue, sweet with the faintest undertone of bitterness, the taste of autumn itself, and he glanced sideways to see the tavern suddenly crammed with figures. He blinked, startled. He would have sworn there had only been a pair of old men drinking by the fire, and then recognized at least some few of the faces. Dead men. All of them. Old friends, and one or two old enemies, and even the winter lover he hadn't thought of in at least 10 years, lounging long-legged against the mantelpiece, laughing with pantomime ladourie, handsome as he'd ever been before a ball smashed his face in some nameless town 10 leagues from Altheim. Eslingen caught his breath, turning fully to the door, and the shades vanished again. It was just the ghost tide, he told himself, nothing more, but in spite of himself, he stepped into the cool shadows, and was disappointed when they didn't reappear. He'd been dreading seeing his ghosts, he realized. At least these weren't the ones he feared.
In those cases, the ghosts are there, but withholding themselves, and if that were the case, I'd have touched him. There is no other explanation, especially not in a case like this, where the ties of lemanry were so strong.